Hafa day and welcome to Weekend Edition. Guahusia Isaiah Uggan and thank you for joining us. $50,000 is what the United States Army is now offering to entice recruits. The enlistment bonus maximum is the largest in Army history. CBS Dana Backus takes a look at how the pandemic affected recruitment.
The United States Army is upping the ante, pulling out all the stops to bring more people into its ranks.
Truth be told, it's a competitive market out there for the folks that we're trying to get to join the Army.
For the first time, the Army is offering a maximum enlistment bonus of $50,000 to high-skilled recruits who join for 6 years. In the past, enlistment bonuses could not exceed $40,000.
So this is an incentive in terms of dollar amounts that we have never seen. But we're ready to compete for that talent.
Brigadier General John Cushing is the deputy commander for the Army's recruiting command. He says the pandemic has made it difficult to bring in new soldiers through traditional routes like schools and community events.
About 2/3 of our formation in terms of recruiters across the United States Army have not done recruiting outside of COVID conditions. So we have an obligation to get out now to start selling, the Army.
The total package for a new recruit is based on a combination of incentives offered for the selected career field, qualifications, length of enlistment contract, and training start date.
Right there being United States Army.
The Army is hoping the maximum $50,000 bonus will fill its nearly 150 full and part-time vacancies. Danya Backus, CBS News, Los Angeles.
In addition to monetary enlistment bonuses, the Army is also offering some recruits the opportunity to decide where they want to be assigned after training and 2-year enlistments in 84 different career fields. The Monoclonal Antibody Center is still up and running, treating residents who need it here on Guam. Public Health Interim Chief Medical Officer Dr. Bob Leon Guerrero told KUAM News how many patients it sees now with the recent uptick in new cases.
The last week and a half, I'd say we've been averaging around 25. I think yesterday, so far this week, there have been about 28 per day. So yeah, it's being ramped up.
Dr. Leon Guerrero added that the MAB treatment site has enough doses to keep up with the demand and assures residents that public health continues to order more. Since some patients are not responding to the MAB therapy, public health has ordered the COVID antiviral pill to help those who aren't responding to the current treatment. This has Speaker Teresa Lai asking how public health will determine what treatments are for which patients.
As to how are they going to know which patients need which antibody treatment? Are we going to be letting patients know which one they have so that their doctors can treat them with the antibody that's, right for them? And how fast will that take place? Because this antibody is supposed to be effective if it's given very early on, onset of the virus.
There is no word yet as to when the antiviral pills will arrive. However, the genome sequencing machine that DPHS has ordered should be arriving this month. In regional news, Palau reports at least 39 confirmed cases of COVID-19 this month, all of whom are travelers. As of January 12, there were 26 active travel cases and 13 recoveries. The government also reports 101 people under quarantine at the time. There are no reports of community cases. Palau President Sir Phillips Jr. recently issued a directive requiring face masks to be worn by all government employees when in executive branch buildings and offices. In his directive, the president says, quote, the Omicron variant has tested the current COVID-safe protocols due to its highly transmissible nature, and for the first time, Palau is experiencing sustained increases in its active case counts, end quote. Palau has a vaccination rate of 95%. As a result of a rise in COVID cases, the Guam Regional Medical City updated its visitation policies effective Friday, with the number of visitors for inpatients limited to 1 visitor per day. As a reminder, all visitors to GRMC must be fully vaccinated against COVID-19. Visitors will be required to show proof of vaccination before entering the hospital. Anyone unable to provide proof of COVID vaccination and identification will not be allowed inside. GRMC enforces a strict no mask, no entry policy, and patients and staff and vendors will be required to wear a mask while inside the facility. In other news, 46-year-old Dino Chargaloff Cruz appeared before Judge Benjamin Cizon for an arraignment hearing in Superior Court. At this time, Cruz has not obtained a lawyer and was given 1 month to do so. His continued arraignment will be on February 16. Cruz was charged with attempted murder in connection to a shooting in Maritzo in June of last year. The victim was sent to the hospital and sustained a gunshot wound to the leg. On Thursday, 42-year-old Virgilio de la Cruz Jr. was arrested for terrorizing, reckless conduct, unlawful discharge of a firearm, and illegal possession of a controlled substance. According to a GPD press release, at 9:30 a.m., dispatch received a call of a man firing shots up in the air in the parking lot area of Santa Lourdes Church in Jigo. After getting a description of the man's vehicle from a witness and reviewing a video footage, officers were able to locate the man, identified as De La Cruz, about half an hour later at a gas station in Dededo. During a pat-down, officers found suspected crystal methamphetamine on him. He was booked and confined. More island residents could be opening up their homes to Guam's children in need of temporary and or long-term care soon. With over 500 foster children in some type of foster care on Guam and only 36 licensed foster families to care for them, the Mayor's Council of Guam, in partnership with the Archdiocese of Agana and nonprofit Harvest House, have extended their Gift of Family campaign. That's according to MCOG President and PD Mayor Jesse Alec, who recently provided an update on KUAM's The Link.
Even in November, when we discussed it, we thought it was best to extend it through May for Foster Care Month, simply because we just, we like the idea that this campaign continues. It was reported out by Vice Mayor Kevin Delgado at our meeting that public health received 15 new families. So that, we're very grateful for that.
The recruitment drive launched in October of last year with the intentions of recruiting 19 foster families within each village. For more information, contact CPS at 671-475-2653, your respective village mayors, and Harvest House at harvesthouseguam.org. If you have a passion for helping children in need, now is a perfect time to just do that. This month, Harvest House is hosting a breakfast to continue to support parents who foster kids out of the kindness of their hearts. KUAM's Daniel Perez has this story.
This January, Harvest House is hosting their pancake waffle breakfast, where all proceeds will go to training foster parents. Harvest House Executive Director Bethany Taylor.
It's going to be a great fundraiser, first annual, so we're hoping it's going to continue every single year. But the proceeds are pretty much, we're just asking the public to come and buy a ticket here at Harvest House, and it's $20 a ticket. You get a plate of breakfast, and the proceeds are going to go toward our mission here at Harvest House. But the actual event is on January 29th from 8 to 11. They can come by at any time during that time, pick up their breakfast platter. If they're buying for the entire family, you guys, they're welcome to come sit somewhere on our campus and just sit and eat their breakfast, or bring a blanket and come and sit on our field and have like a picnic style as they have their breakfast, or they can just pick it up and go.
Taylor added that Harvest House is here to help Guam's foster children thrive and grow, and to do that, foster parents are needed.
We're going to work really hard this year on recruiting, training, and retaining our foster parents. That's so vital right now. We don't want to lose foster parents. We want to recruit them to come in and show hospitality to our foster kids.
Taylor gave a little background on how the pancake waffle idea came into fruition and thanked those who had a hand in helping.
So I just want to thank Heidi Ballendorf, Donna Kanata, Tony Bloss, and Jenny Munya. They all have come in, and this waffle fundraiser was because of their heart for the foster children of Guam. They came to Harvest House and said, we want to do something to, as an outreach, to fundraise for your mission to continue, so we can open our doors every day to the foster community on Guam.
For those interested in purchasing a ticket for the event, you can call 671-300-5433 or go to their website at harvesthouseguam.org. Payments for the tickets can be through PayPal or cash. Daniel Perez reporting for Guam's News Network.
Daniel Perez, thank you for that report. Stay tuned. Next on Weekend Edition, we have Culture Club, and still to come, Dave Delgado with a look at sports.
Get up-to-the-minute news, plus access to alerts, streaming radio, promotions, and more on your mobile device by downloading the KUAM News mobile app, available at the App Store now.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
Do you want some milk?
Do you ever wonder how your favorite products make their way into your local stores? Most arrive on state-of-the-art Matson vessels that transport containers of food, household items, equipment, and supplies into the islands every week. Because we know that you depend on us, we work closely with our partners to ensure that our shipments arrive on time, all the time, so you can find your favorite products when you need them. We transport the region's most precious cargo that supports successful businesses and promotes a better quality of life for our families. Matson is proud to have been the hometown shipping carrier for Guam, the CNMI, and Micronesia for the past 25 years, and you can count on us to be here for generations to come.
Welcome back. Here is the newest inductee to KUAM's Culture Club, Natibu.
Culture Club, brought to you by Hanum, the freshest bottled water made in Guam.
Day, my name is Dr. Benji Santiago, and I am the choreographer director of the Natibu Dance Academy. Well, it's a Saturday, and due to the pandemic, we haven't had the wonderful opportunity of practicing together, and I really feel that it's important. I actually have 4 classes of hula. So we have our beginners classes, our intermediate dance classes, our teen classes, and our wahine class, or our adult women's class. We haven't had the opportunity to share together because of the pandemic, so we just took advantage of the nice day, the nice weather, and the wonderfully humongous stage and lawn. And so today, after 25 years of cultural dance and excellence for the island of Guam, I just felt it was time to share together. I pride myself on trying to keep with the traditions of the Natibu Dance Academy. I think that if you were dancing with me 25 years ago, some of the fundamentals are still the same, and so the Natibu Dance Academy has been rooted on discipline and respect, and we continue to hold those traditions. Some of the dance movements may have changed, but the traditions will remain the same. Like I mentioned earlier, we have 4 dance classes, and the youngest is 4 years old, and our oldest is probably about 50-something years old. And I'm not embarrassed because I just turned 50 years old this year as well. If you see, our shirt actually is centered and literally centered on the word family. And so this is, again, one of the fundamentals that the Natibu Dance Academy is rooted in. And it's just about that familial sense. I am also a school teacher, and usually a lot of the times when we need to escort the juveniles to court, because they do need to go to court some of the times, the judge would always say, tell me the kinds of people you hang out with and I'll tell you what your character is. So I think that's the first and most important thing, is to hang out with the people that just absolutely absorb and adore culture. And once you just surround yourself with people who are in love with the culture and its essence, its dance, most especially its dance, that might be, pardon the pun, viral. And if we want it to be a positive virus for you. And if that's something that you want to do and you find that intrinsic desire to pursue anything with the Natibu Dance Academy, then come our way. I think it's really important to have the persistence to continue on in this art form, because dancing is really difficult to understand techniques, to understand the angles of your arms, the facial gestures, the full range extensions of your arms and your legs, even to your toes and your fingertips. I think if you have that persistence and you really want to continue, and then to dance for me, you're gonna have to have resilience, because many people know that I'm the drill sergeant who dance. All cultural dance enthusiasts have accepted the fact that dance evolves. And it's important that we keep that in our mindset, and that is the cliche, the growth mindset. But it's also very important to find those fundamentals that you're deeply rooted in, whatever culture it is you're deeply rooted in. If you borrow, if you commingle another dance form, it's okay. And if you're okay with that, then you will continue to appreciate what is truly yours. And that's what the Natibu Dance Academy also prides itself on, is being open-minded, being able to appreciate other cultures. Well, once we are able to, we would like to celebrate in a magnanimous way. But for now, I think this will do. And just to see if you could take a look at all of these wonderful skirts and shirts and everything, all the flowers and all of the face masks, we're still keeping social distance, mitigation rules, what have you. But just to share in the Natibu Dance Academy traditions is prime.
Culture Club, brought to you by Hanum, the freshest bottled water made in Guam.
Sports is up next. Keep it here.
Don't need a work break, keep the smile on your face. The moments you can't replace, and I'll be around. Whoa, you can count on me. You can count on me for life.
Wherever life takes you, we're always here for you. Calvo's Insurance. Count on us for life.
KUAM Sports Weekend Roundup is brought to you by Gatorade.
Championship basketball from the Jungle Academy and Ukudu meeting up in the McDonald's High School Basketball Classic. Girls preseason title up for grabs. Cougars with the 16-point lead at halftime, up 36-20. Academy starts the third quarter with back-to-back scores, extending their lead. Amaya Fontanilla with the rebound for Ukudu takes it right back up in traffic. Fontanilla with back-to-back buckets for Ukudu. Dribble handoff from her sister Alea. Pull-up three from the yellow line drops in. She finished the game with 10 points. Academy holding on to the lead 41-27 with 4:20 and running in the third quarter. Anika Almar to Ari Takero baseline for the short jumper. Cougars work the ball over to the corner for a wide-open three by Oriana Sevilla, who knocked down 4 shots from long range. Mia Titano drives left and gives it up to Mika Terlahi, who beats the buzzer on the final play. Basket's good and the foul as time expired in the third. Terlahi put up 12 points for Academy. Coco Paulino running on the break. Assist from Micah. Paulino led Academy with 15 points. The Lady Cougars went on to win 72-36. Nice steal by Coco with the assist to Micah for the short jumper here.
I've always known throughout my high school career that my job is to shoot and also to trust in my teammates at the same time. And I know that I wouldn't have made it this far as a shooter and as a player without them.
So I'm definitely proud of the team. You know, we really showed what we're capable of, and we've been forming a bond for, you know, some of us 4 years now, 5 seniors. We've been building a bond for like almost 4 years now. And I think tonight we definitely showed what we're capable of.
Boys preseason championship hoops from the McDonald's High School Basketball Classic. Warriors and Islanders, the last two teams standing. St. Paul went to their press early and led 14-6 midway through the first quarter. Warriors up 38-28 at the break. Josiah Quintanilla going to work. Nice bounce pass for the tough lay-in. Justin Lazama catch and shoot from long range. He's cashing in for 3 points. 56-42 Warriors heading into the fourth quarter. Jacob Miranda driving inside. Miranda dropping dimes. Quintanilla spots up and buries the corner three. Varel Cruz finds Mark Morales cutting back door for the assist. Morales known for his three-point shooting, but decides to take it inside. Kevin Tahazi with the step back, foot's on the line to mark him down for 2 the long way. Cruz with the cross-court pass to Kyle Watanabe. Warriors pick up the dub and head into the season as one of the top teams vying for the championship trophy. E.J. Cruz to Josiah Quintanilla. Back to Cruz for the corner three. Josiah Quintanilla led all scorers in the win with 31. Great turnout for the inaugural Rising Stars Showdown at the GW Field. The high school football game was dedicated to freshmen and sophomore players. The Phenoms team, comprised of players from FD, Guam High, Simon Sanchez, and Teason High, led 14-6 late in the fourth quarter. Thrashers shooting up players from Southern, GW, JFK, and Ukudu. Geckos quarterback Ricardo Leon Guerrero goes deep and hits Jonathan Cruz, who gets stopped just short of the end zone. Josiah Mendiola takes the handoff up the middle for the touchdown. He gets a big push from the offensive line and goes in for the score. Thrashers down 14-12 with the game on the line. They go with the big back set. Jermaine Molo lines up behind Mendiola and follows him to the left side of the line again. Molo ties the game at 14, sending the game into overtime. Phenoms defense hold it down on 4 straight plays and end it with a Deshaun Bird touchdown run for the 20-14 win. Guam Football Association President Valentino Sengil and General Secretary Joseph Peda signed into effect the GFA Internal Organization Regulations, an official document outlining the structure and duties of GFA committees during the 2022 GFA Committee Induction event held at the Hilton Guam Resort and Spa. Signing the GFA internal organization regulations into immediate effect is a crucial step in professionalizing GFA's operations through the support of the organization's standing ad hoc committees, said Joe Cepeda, GFA General Secretary. Congrats to all of the rugby players from across the nation who were selected to participate in the National Collegiate Rugby's All-Star Shield Challenge. Dartmouth men's rugby player Matias Calvo was selected as one of many players representing teams at the Division I, Division II, and small college level. Calvo was on the New England Independence Red roster, who are one of 8 teams competing January 15th through the 16th at the Aviva Stadium, home of the Houston SaberCats. Fans can catch the stream of the game at ncrugby.org. Puget Sound swimmer Jaden Francis started swimming in middle school when his father was stationed in Las Vegas. He moved to Guam in 2018 and started swimming with the Manhoban Swim Club. Jaden's events include the 100 and 200 meter free and 100 and 200 meter butterfly.
Coaches here at Manhoban, they took me in with open arms, and since then my swimming kind of just really took off from there. You know, I was able to drop time. I learned a lot from them, a lot of experience gained, learning how to lead, a lot of mental toughness that goes in with that, and that's just how they've trained me.
With the closures of the Agana and Dedido swimming pools, our local swimmers had to take their training sessions to the beach and PD Channel.
Training in the ocean, it's really helped like my mental toughness throughout the years. That's something that I always used to struggle with, like in my career, just that mental aspect. So once I kind of got that down, just learning how to cope with tough environments, learn how to deal with adversity, that's just really like helped in the last few years.
Francis is in his first year at the University of Puget Sound, located in Washington. His goal is to one day represent Guam at the Olympic Games.
Since coming here, the people of Guam have welcomed me with open arms. I love the culture. I love being a part of this island. My dad's been in the military, so we've kind of been like moving everywhere since I was young, but this is truly like a place I call home now. Yeah, so I want to compete on the national team one day, hopefully in the Olympics. I think my mindset going in through that, just working hard, getting better day in, day out. I'm here in the pool day in, day out, working on my craft, represent Guam to the best of my ability.
KUAM Sports Weekend Roundup is brought to you by Gatorade.
It's beautiful.
It is, right, baby?
Dad, isn't that where we usually stop for gas?
It's where we used to stop, but not anymore.
But isn't that the place with the milkshakes?
Okay, all right, let's go.
Get it out, kids.
Take your adventure further in the first ever Santa Fe Hybrid.
And before we close out the news tonight, our latest round of the birthday shoutouts from the Coastal Creamery Birthday Club.
On Sunday, January 16th, let us all say with all of our hearts and all of our admiration, happy birthday to Christine and to our beautiful daughter. We are sending our love and warm Guam hugs and kisses. Hey, we got to send that to everybody, you guys. Everybody on Guam. It's our job to send Guam warmth because, you know, it's pretty cold for some people elsewhere in the world. So let's send them some warmth. Christine, your birthday shout out says, we are wishing you an awesome day, my girl. May your dreams be fulfilled and may your future hold wonderful surprises. We love you for eternity. Say a very proud mom and your sisters and all of your family. So Christine, this weekend, we celebrate you and we wish you a happy birthday.
Remember, you can be a part of the Coastal Creamery Birthday Club by registering online at KUAM.com. Now be sure to include with your photo, your name, and birthday. That's going to do it for us here on Weekend Edition. Guahusi Isaiah, again, thank you for watching. Good night, Marianas.
Beyond Our Borders is brought to you by KFC.
Good day, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Beyond Our Borders. And this show, we're going to talk a little bit about the Philippine real estate industry. And joining us is Liz Duenas, who is a familiar face on KUAM, She is the associate broker of Remax Diamond Realty and also the regional director of Remax for Micronesia and the Philippines. Also joining us is her partner, Eduardo Eddie Santos of Remax Philippines. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Thank you and good morning. Have a day.
All right.
Hey, Eddie is saying Hapaday and we say Mabuhay.
Yeah.
Exactly. Eddie is, of course, coming to us from Manila, and Liz is back on Guam. Liz, let me just start with you. Explain a little bit about the company and how it's set up in the Philippines.
Okay, so we opened Remax Philippines in 2012, and we brought in Eddie as a partner who has been a wonderful partner. Eddie's background, he had a real estate company, just like we did here on Guam. So we wanted to expand the Remax brand to the Philippines and also expand professionalism. You know how it is when you go to a foreign country or to another country, you always want to work with people you can trust. So Remax is a brand that's global and it's a trusted name. So Eddie was the perfect person that we connected with, and he shares the same values and interests in growing the business in the Philippines. So we're really proud to have him as our partner.